Part 2 of this multi-part series on the Gamkaskloof covers the first 6 kilometers from the eastern start off the Swartberg Pass to the first mini-pass at the 6-kilometer point. If you intend driving this road, it's important to watch Part 1 first, which will help you orienteer yourself with the area as well as obtain important safety and tourism information. At the start, you can enjoy a full 360-degree panoramic view of the ancient Swartberg Mountains, one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. If you have the luxury of picking the perfect time to drive this route, springtime is undoubtedly the best. The fynbos and the proteas will be in bloom and the streams and waterfalls will be on full display. Within 100 meters from the start, you'll see a stone obelisk on the left-hand side of the road. The inscription, translated from Afrikaans, reads, "The Otto du Plessis Road, unveiled by the administrator of the Cape, Mr. N.J. Milan, on the 9th of August 1962. Although this is the official name of this road, everyone refers to it as the Gamkaskloof or the Road to Die Hell. Amongst the several signboards at the start, there's one informing you that you're entering a protected area, namely the Swartberg Nature Reserve, and that you'll need to familiarize yourself with the rules and regulations pertaining to the reserve. Besides the obvious rules around littering, noise, not removing plants or other material, perhaps the most important one is that no fires are allowed. Mountain fires can have a devastating effect on the entire region, so please never break this rule. The first 3 kilometers are easy going, as the road heads westwards over the valley floor. You'll have time to enjoy the mountain scenery on both sides of the road. Up ahead, at the 11 o'clock position, a prominent peak can be identified, which is the 2,003-meter high Warboomsberg. The next section is easy, as the road heads directly into the west and begins climbing steadily towards the summit, which is reached at the 4.9 kilometer point at an altitude of 1,443 meters. The gradients on this climb vary between 1 in 14 and 1 in 20. The road faithfully follows the valley formed by the 2 towering east-west running ridges of the Swartberg Range. This valley ranges between 4 kilometers wide at its eastern end to under 1 kilometer at its western end. The road is relatively modern in that it was built in 1962 by a small band of road workers and a single bulldozer. At the time of filming in June 2017, the Swartberg region had been subjected to a severe flash flood just 2 months earlier, which resulted in the closure of the Swartberg Pass at its northern end between Malvadraai and Eerstewater. The floods did less damage to the Gamkaskloof road, but nonetheless the road surface deteriorated somewhat. The road is normally in a better condition as shown on this video footage. Remember that the driving always appears easier on video than what it is in reality. When oncoming traffic approaches, it is etiquette to give way to the ascending vehicle. The road width is not too narrow along this particular section, but it's still necessary to slow right down and pull over as far left as possible. The climb up to the next small summit is quite stony, and non-4-wheel drive vehicles might experience a loss of traction and control along this section. If you've not deflated your tires, do so at this point, as it makes a huge difference to the tire grip on the road and has the additional benefits of providing a more comfortable ride, as well as reducing the risk of punctures. Once over the second small summit point, the heading remains straight into the west and a long descent of 1.1 kilometers commences. This takes the road down to the first of the 11 passes that you'll be traversing. None of these smaller passes are named, but for the sake of indexing, we'll refer to this first little pass as the Warboomsberg Pass, as the peak is directly to the left of this section. During springtime, the slopes are bedecked in yellow flowers, and the odd protea bush adds a splash of pink. Be sure to watch Part 3, which covers the section from the 6th to the 11th kilometer.